beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God spoke. By His word, light came into existence, separating light from darkness. He formed the sky, dividing the waters above from the waters below. He gathered the seas and caused dry land to appear, bringing forth vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and fruit according to their kinds. He placed lights in the heavens, the sun to rule the day, the moon and stars to rule the night, for signs, seasons, days, and years. God created the creatures of the sea and the birds of the air, blessing them to multiply. He formed the animals of the land according to their kinds. And finally, God created mankind in His own image. Male and female He created them, giving them dominion over the earth and commanding them to be fruitful and multiply. God saw all that He had made, and it was very good. On the seventh day, God rested from His work and sanctified the day. The Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. He planted a garden in Eden and placed the man there to work it and keep it. From the man's side, God made woman, and the two became one flesh, naked and unashamed. But the serpent deceived the woman, and she ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The man also ate. Sin entered the world, and with it came shame, separation, and death. God pronounced judgment. The serpent was cursed. The woman would bear pain in childbirth. The man would toil against the ground, and humanity was driven from the garden. Yet even then, God gave a promise that the seed of the woman would one day crush the serpent's head. Cain and Abel were born. Abel offered a righteous sacrifice, but Cain did not. Consumed by jealousy, Cain murdered his brother and became a wanderer upon the earth. Generations passed and wickedness multiplied. The thoughts of humanity became continually evil. The Lord was grieved by what man had become, but Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. God instructed Noah to build an ark, for a flood would cleanse the earth of corruption. Noah obeyed. The rains came, the waters rose, and every living thing outside the ark perished. After many days, the waters receded. Noah offered sacrifice, and God made a covenant, telling him that never again would all flesh be destroyed by a flood. The rainbow was given as a sign of that covenant. Yet sin remained. The people gathered on the plain of Shinar and built a tower to reach the heavens, seeking their own name. The Lord confused their language and scattered them across the earth. From the nations, God called one man, Abram. The Lord told Abram to leave his country and promised to make him a great nation. Abram believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. God established a covenant with him, changed his name to Abraham, and promised that through his offspring, all nations of the earth would be blessed. Abraham's wife Sarah bore a son in her old age, Isaac, the child of promise. God tested Abraham, commanding him to offer Isaac. But at the last moment, God provided a ram in Isaac's place, showing that the Lord Himself would provide. Isaac fathered Esau and Jacob. Jacob, though flawed, received the blessing and later wrestled with God, receiving the name Israel. From him came the 12 tribes. Among his sons was Joseph, who was betrayed by his brothers and sold into slavery. God was with Joseph, even in suffering, through trials, imprisonment, and faithfulness. Joseph was raised to power in Egypt. When famine struck the land, Joseph's brothers came seeking food, unaware of who he had become. Joseph forgave them, declaring that what they meant for evil, God meant for good, to preserve life. Jacob and his family moved to Egypt, where they multiplied and were preserved, just as God had promised Abraham. And so Genesis ends where it began, with God faithful to his word. Creation established, humanity fallen, covenants made, promises preserved. The seed was planted, the story of redemption had begun.